Hotep Senu Hena Senuti Tiren Ishakan Gukemet. I hope you're doing well, brothers and sisters. Let me check the sound. Tiren Ishakan Gukemet. I hope you're doing well, brothers and sisters. Let me check the sound. Tiren Ishakan. There's a slight background noise, but I know it's the fan, the computer fan. Okay, might as well get to the nitty gritty right now. The title says Hebrew I am versus Medu nature. No, I did not convert to Judaism. No, I'm not a Hebrew. I'm talking about I am, the verb. I am. We'll compare the Hebrew and the Medu nature. Let me share the screen. Share screen. This is obviously the Medu nature. That's the separation, those two words. Those who take the classes will recognize this triliteral, which stands for nefer. And we have the two phonetic complements. So this word is nefer, which is here translated by good. And this is Inec. This glyph has two phonetic values, one of them being in, transliterated I-N. This basket with the handle is sound K, transliterated with a K. Now, that gives us Inec. And as a matter of fact, here we have Inec. By the way, this is taken from Lardner's Egyptian Grammar, 3rd Revised Edition, page 54. Some people will consider it to be a yod, so they will pronounce it yenek. Most people will pronounce the E or the letter J, which has the same phonetic value as the sound E. So we have Inec, nefer, which is translated, as you can see, by I am good. The funny thing, the funny thing is that some people are of the opinion that the letter I or the letter J, in other words, a reed leaf, is pronounced like the sound ah. We don't have the reed leaf here, and I guess that's good. Here, we have a Strong's lexicon right there for I, and you will see it's a bit funny here because here we have am the Lord, am the Lord. And what do we have underneath? We have Yahweh. Yahweh doesn't mean am the Lord. Yahweh is a name of God, a Hebrew name of God. So really there, it should say, I am. And I am is Anoki. And some of you will say, well, Anoki is not Inec. It's not the same. We have a vowel sound. We have the N sound, and we have the K sound. So for the people who like to talk about triliteral roots or root consonant, here you have something. I'm not claiming that the Hebrew word derives from the Medu nature, but I think it's interesting. Now, I guess I will leave it there. Inec Anoki. And for the record, some people don't pronounce it Inec, but they pronounce it Anuk. I don't know why they pronounce it Anuk. Now the U before the K sound, I can understand because placing the vowel E between the consonants is just the convention of Egyptology. So unless written, the vowel sound could be otherwise, and ek could be uk, could be ik, could be ak. But I wonder why they start with the sound ah, anuk. But I've heard some people say anuk, nuk panuk. That's the word in Medu Neter. Inec. I am. Now there's another thing I forgot to mention. Is it Satan that's making me cough to mess up my flow? We have I or I am, which is Anoki, and then we have Yahweh, that is translated by the Lord. And we have your God, Eloheka. Those who take the classes know about the K sound, the basket with the handle, which stands as a suffix pronoun. And guess which suffix pronoun it is? In Arabic, it's the same. You know, to say your, something that belongs to you, you will have the K sound at the end. So I'm not saying that the Hebrew and the Arabic derives from the Medu Neter, but I wouldn't be surprised if that quote unquote grammar, I don't want to say rule, but that grammatical event, I wouldn't be surprised if somehow, some way, it will derive from the Medu Neter, but I'm not claiming it does. Now, I expect that some people will say, you see the correlation. Suit yourself. It's much deeper than that when we're dealing with African languages. We had a script before there was any Arabic script or Hebrew script. Okay, I will leave it there. Now, I want to share something else. Where is it? Here we have Alpha Gassama who wrote, I want to contact, I want your contact to learn hieroglyphs. As a matter of fact, I forgot to put my contact. Oh yes, he's there actually in the message in English. So Alpha Gassama, you are obviously a French speaker, but I don't know if you speak French better or English better. Si tu parles mieux français, éventuellement, bon, je donne déjà des cours en français, mais pour l'instant, je recherche des groupes, donc n'hésite pas à me contacter, je t'ai mis l'adresse mail. Voilà. Okay, that being said, I can remove that. Can remove that. Okay. Now, a little sum regarding the people that claim the Medu Neter has not been deciphered. Very brief. If I ask you what this represents, if I ask you what we see here, it's a man or a male. Okay? So let's say we lose, let's say the English language is no longer spoken. And the funny thing is that this symbol, this pictogram, is not used only in the English world. It's used in other places where English is not the language. Let's presume something happened, catastrophe, and we find remains and we find this symbol. Many would say it represents a man, represents a male. And here represents a woman or a female, right? So we have one man and one female. If I show you this, see, usually you wouldn't have two different colors. The colors will be the same all over the square, and you will have just a line separating the two. When you have a male and a female within a square or a rectangle in a vertical shape, and the male and female are separated with a line, separated by a line, well, guess what? It's the sign for the bathroom. Some people might say, oh, no, 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 can't mean bathroom. We have a male and a female who were not there when they came up with the symbols, so we don't know what they meant. That's the Walter Williams logic. We were not there when they made the symbols, we don't know what they meant. But really, he came out with his opinion in 1992 or so, and then other people rolled with it, including people that are bearing Kemetic names, which is funny to me. Oh, I did not know that he was like a GIF. So if we have this, it's just an apple that is somehow beaten on the side. One moment. So let's say something happens and we find this symbol. Someone manages to find out that it deals with a company that apparently has more cash flow than the United States government. Some people claim that. But it's the logo of a company. Other people might say, well, no, 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 it shows an apple. It cannot be a company. It's just an analogy. Here, we're used to seeing the stop with written inside, even if the stop letters or the letter spelling stop are not written inside. You know what it stands for. But other people might say, no, doesn't mean stop. Matter of fact, we don't have any letters. Just a just a geometrical shape. We have this. There's no words, but we have the image or pictogram of a phone with a cross, and we know that the cross means that the phone should not be used wherever we see that sign. The phone usage is forbidden or not authorized. Have the cross like that, or that circle with the line going across in the middle. We know what it stands for. You understand what I'm saying? If we have this here, what would they say? What would they say? Well, both the phone and the car. It doesn't mean that the phone is forbidden or the car is forbidden, the phone usage or the car usage is forbidden. It means that using the phone while driving is not authorized. You see? So that was it for the analogies. Once again, to the person that sent some money for the class, using Cash App, I would like you to send an email to me and just specify the name you use on Cash App so that I can send the link to you. So I would like you to email me. I don't have any way to contact you. I cannot contact you. Now, we don't really have people now, but if you have ever received any money on Cash App, do you have the person's email address? I think you probably only have the person's Cash App username, for lack of better words, right? I'm just curious. That being said, on Friday, we will have a group class. It's going to be Friday, March 18 at 11 p.m. EST. There wasn't enough space for the end of the message, but you can see it says Medu or Hieroglyphic group class on Friday, March 18 at 11 p.m. EST, which is New York time. You can sign up by sending the $10, preferably via PayPal at paypal.me/forever, or you can use Cash App and it's $sign forever. And then email me. I will put my email address here. I need your email address to send you the link so you can get on the chat with us. I mean the chat, the live stream, the private live stream. The class, well, not just this upcoming class, but all the classes of Mother Nature are private. Okay, so you don't have to trip. It will not be broadcasted live. It will be private. So come on in, brothers and sisters, take this opportunity. Keep the comments and the questions going, brothers and sisters. In the meantime, I'm just making sure that I have everything in order for Friday, dealing with the people that have already signed up or registered or enrolled. There's no form to fill. You just have to send the $10 and make sure that you email me and then we will get to learn this language. I won't be long. I'm here. I've shared the invite link, so feel free if you want to get on the panel, but no anonymous people. So if you can't show your face, if you don't want to show your face, you can just use the chat. Okay, I have a little bit of time, but if there's no participation, then I will, put an end to it. But yes, indeed, definitely looking for these new learners. We have Bill Gates who wrote, "Thanks for all the info, big brother." You're welcome, Bill Gates. What a funny name you chose. I can't wait for Friday. Bill Gates wrote, "Really appreciate your channel." Good. Feel free to share it. Feel free to put likes. And in case you don't know, there will be a Medu Nature class, a group class. So it's this Friday, March 18 at 4, I'm sorry, at 11 p.m. EST. It's $10 for a class. So if you want to learn the Medu Nature, then feel free. If you don't feel like it, you might know some people who are interested in learning this beautiful ancient language. So don't hesitate to let them know about it. It's very affordable. Others charge 5 times as much as I do. Yes, brothers and sisters, I will insist on the Medu Netra. It's time to get serious. People have been playing long enough. We have all those Kemetish people, Kemet-ish people, but not enough Kemetic people. Bill Gates wrote, yes, interesting. Not a lot of people are honest with this ancient language. I've been all the way through Hebrew phase, learned a lot, but I come to realize no one can actually speak Paleo Hebrew. It's a script. Thank you. An ancient script adopted from Canaanite and Phoenician. Yes. On Friday is going to be fun because I will be talking all through with the slides and answering the questions, answering to the comments, and people will share their input as well. And right now, I'm more in the mode where I'm waiting for people who are ready to learn the middle. I feel like I've entertained with conversations for quite a long time, uh, many years actually. And if there's participation, then I can always deal with that. But at this point, I understand that there's less participation because I'm insisting with this Mother Nature class, but it's more important to deal with the Mother Nature classes, you see, way more important. And lately, actually, as some people have witnessed, there's usually one or two brave souls that get on board and sign up. So I hope that's what will happen. This I don't need anymore. This I'm not tripping on. Bill Gates, are you still there? You've learned the Hebrew, right? Now, to say a Hebrew singular form, isn't it Ivri? Because I've seen Ibri, well, basically the B instead of the V. And I was wondering why. Because when I look at the letter, it looked like the bet vet to me, but without the dot. Or I forgot, is it called a dagesh? So I was wondering, why is it not the V sound? Now, I can look for it. Um, I'll have to save that website. There's no search here. Dang. Okay, where is that one? I don't know if some people are familiar with Bible Hub, but is there anywhere where we have? Is there any place where we have the list of the books of the Bible? Because every time I have to type in the book that I'm looking for, and I found that annoying. Um, so where was the one? Oh, yeah. He said that Joseph story. Joseph. So it's around Genesis 39. Keep the comments going and the questions. If there are some, I will go through them just looking for that stuff. So, this is, what is it? 39. This is 39. Okay. Um, Strong's. Let me go back. 39. Okay, never mind. It's the same with Strong, so I'll share the screen now. Okay, I hope you can see me. It's loading right now. Good job. I'm unlucky. There must be some forces. Okay. If he stops, I'll be back. You know, the page is just, it's not responding, so I'll be right back. Okay, let me share the screen now. Can I make it larger? Okay. But anyway, that's in the middle of the screen. And here they've put Ibri with a B rather than the Ivri. So I think with strong, it was spelled slightly differently, but you know. So if somebody knows, feel free to leave a message in the comment, even if it's after this live stream, it's fine. It's just out of curiosity. Why did they put a B for the transliteration? Now it's a B on the line, so maybe it's a sound close to the V, but from what I understand, we should have the dot in the middle of the or inside the bed vet. But here there's no dot. So if there's no dot, it should be the vet to me. I might be wrong. I'm asking. Bill Gates wrote, studying Yoruba language and spirituality has honestly given me a different, profound perspective of the ancient world, the origins of these ancient priesthoods. So is there somebody else I want to learn the Medu Nature? I might not have two brave souls, but if I can have only one brave soul, then I'd be happy about it. It's this Friday. Take advantage. We start from scratch on Friday. So, and sisters, you can get on board too. No, it's online. It's not like we're meeting. So you ain't gonna have no thirsty dudes trying to make it do what it do. You can be in the comfort of your home or anywhere else where you have some connection, internet connection that is, and that's it. You're good to go. I'd love to have some people from Africa, from the Caribbean or West Indies, from Europe, from America, from Asia, no matter where you are. I would like to have some brothers and sisters from many different places because as we will learn, you'll be able to teach ultimately, and we will grow this way. We will not be part of the people who talk that Kemet talk all the time, and they never deal with the Medu Nature. A language is the heart of a culture. I'm telling you, I see so many people live stream upon live stream claiming to be Kemetic for many years. Wouldn't be able to read three glyphs, man. Even mistranslating the shortest of sentences. Ankuja Seneb, most of these Kemetic people, particularly the French speakers, they mistranslate Uja. They just repeat whatever they heard. And the best they can do, the best they can come up with, some cartoon scholarship, man. It's beautiful. We can't get down like that. Have to get serious for real. Muslims know how to say brother or my brother in Arabic. Even if they don't speak Arabic, even if they are not fluent in Arabic, they don't know how to say that. They will know many words, and a lot of them get to learn the Arabic. But we're trying to write Bill Gates. It was probably a typo. The language is kin to each other. Where are you located, brother Bill Gates? Is there any of you that want to learn the Medu nature? That's mainly what I'm after. Mainly, mainly what I'm looking for. It's only this Friday. Then I receive messages, I receive emails, and people ask me, and there's no time slot available. Here's a new time slot. Take advantage. Okay. Your Gates lives in Florida, but is currently in California for work. But if you're in Florida, you must see enough Haitians. That's Haiti part two. As a matter of fact, I would love to have people from the West Coast. It was only my brother Mac Money from the West Coast that took the um, classes. I have people from different states in America, but California, I think Mac Money is the only one. Now, Big Gay, so where you wrote it makes me think that you are Haitian. Ouais, haïtien, mon cher. Ça qui passe. Est-ce que tu connais moi haïtien tout? On pas fait Haïti, mais pas mieux fait Haïti. The way you wrote it, the way you wrote it, you have to be Haitian. There's Nestle Merat who is in the Bahamas, if I'm not mistaken. That's a Haitian brother. Actually, I would love people. Well, I said it. The West Indies, the Caribbean. I would love for people in the Caribbean to learn the Meta Nature and be able to, you know, have a small community out there as well. You want to learn the Meta Nature, brothers and sisters? Who wants to learn the Meta Nature? Holla at me. Let me know. Let me know so we can sign you up. We can enroll you. Friday, 11 p.m. Come on, brothers and sisters. I'm taking the time because it has to be a success. Our brothers and sisters from all over. And then I'm really looking forward to brothers and sisters leaving comments in Medu language with the MDC, or in other words, a transliteration, because it would be difficult to put the glyphs in the comment section. But there's a lot. And for those who check the classes, make sure you subscribe to the channel and scroll through the videos, because lately I've been uploading videos dealing with some of the vocabulary that we go through during the classes. Bill Gates wrote, "Mon créole c'est maman, maman, don't let it fool you. I'm Dominican." Okay, Jamaican mix, but I know my ancestors to be indigenous to the islands of Haiti. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Simaon. Wagwan, Wapan, Everton Chris. Now, hablo español un poco. I'm learning Spanish, but slowly. I'm really, I'm into a few languages at the same time, so it's a bit of a challenge. But the Spanish will be very easy for me. It's very close to French, so they say Spanish speakers learn Arabic fast. I heard. Well, um, from my observation, the Berbers who speak dialects of Arabic, they had less difficulty with the Spanish than with the English. Now I found out that there's one word. I think it's camiseta. Camiseta in Spanish. You can correct me if you're Dominican. You should know the Spanish. In Arabic, we have camis. And camis means shirt, and camiseta means the same thing. So Arabic is older than Spanish. So it's obviously something that the Spanish language has borrowed from the Arabic. See? Here, guys, he's confirming it. Camis, I said the same thing now. I said the same thing. Wow. It's not a big surprise that there's probably a fair bit of words as well. We know what happened with the Moors, indeed. But don't nobody get fooled. The Moors were just Muslims with some black people among them. Just like in the US Army, you have black people. I always make this analogy, it's important. Just because we have a few black people in proportion in the US Army doesn't mean that, black people invaded Iraq. It's the United States Army. Even in the book The Golden Age of the Moor, most of the time you have depictions where we see a few black people, but we see more white people. That Moorish thing has been going on for a while. It has faded lately, just like the um, metaphysics has faded as well. Now, the biggest thing that's happening in the conscious community, whatever that is Hebrewism. Now they tell you that they make all sorts of funny claims anyway. I ain't gonna go over them, but that's what's popping. And Christianity seems to come back. Now, Islam in the so-called conscious community has faded as well. They'll be too busy with Scientology. That's not Orthodox Islam, but the Islamic persuasion. The barbarians invaded Europe. All was black at one point. These barbarians that hijacked and created this reinvented religion of Islam are the ones following Mohammedanism and newfound Judaism. No, but you see, all was black at one point. I usually deal with that. We love to say that as a black, as a people, black people love to say, well, everybody was black. What time period are we talking about? You see, I'm stating, and I have stated that from 2500 BC in the Levant, the Near East, Mesopotamia, Sumer, Akkad, Canaan, Arabia, the population was white. So whoever wants to say 10,000 BC, it was black people, I'm like, okay, fair enough. I don't deal with that kind of date, 10,000 BC and all that, when it comes to ethnicity of populations. And why do I say that? We have the Standard of War in the British Museum and plenty of other artifacts that I have documented in a video called White Semites Black Awakening. So we love to say everybody was black, and some people, just because of that saying, they feel like everybody was black. Everybody were black afterwards. During the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad, 7th century, the inhabitants of Arabia were white people. The Gates Road, those are two different time periods and eras. True. That's one of the things that many people are rolling with. So then they claim, the Persians were black, the Arabs were black, the Hebrews were black. Some even say the Greeks were black. They talk about the Minoans, talk about the Greeks. I mean, dang. And there's our website, All Black Everything. Sometimes people have shared that website as if it has some sort of credibility. But I dealt with that. There's a video called All Black Everything. So anybody's free to go on the search section, a search box on YouTube, and type in Ma'at Forever and All Black Everything. You even have some depiction of Jesus. Now, Bill Gates wrote, they like to say Muhammad was black. I thought it to be true at one point till I looked further into it. Okay, well, it looks like there's nobody who's ready to get on board for the Medu Nurture class on Friday. So good. I'll be there. Probably tomorrow, looking for people to get on board. So stay safe, stay healthy. If I'm allowed to by the nature, I will definitely holler back at you. Hotep. Now, for the record, for those who don't know, I'm giving Medu Nature classes. And here, that's the flyer. Okay? So, those who are interested, feel free to holler at me. If you're not interested, it's cool. But I recommend that everybody who has not yet seen the video Kemet and Ma'at before Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, then watch it. It has about 300,000 views and really deserves to have a lot more. I just want to let everyone know who's listening in now and who's going to listen to this stream in the future. I just had my first Meta Nature class by Brother Shaka today, and I've had other
Necha lessons by other teachers, and I can tell you right now, the brother is the best in the game. He is, that was one of the best classes I've ever had, ever. So if you're interested in learning the Meta Necha, if you're interested in getting the basics of it, Brother Shaka is an awesome teacher. Get with him, and it's extremely affordable. This brother is giving us his time and his skills, and he's basically giving it away. I mean, I just consider it a donation. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody's interested in learning the Meta Necha, get with this brother right here. He's an awesome, awesome, awesome teacher. And I'll end with that.
Hotep Senu, Hena Senut. This is Julie, also known as Servant of Yah, and I'm currently taking the Medu Necha classes with Brother Shaka, and it has been an amazing experience. Only 2 lessons so far, and I feel like I've been taking the classes for months, just with the how in depth he goes into the vocabulary words, the construction of the language, the grammar. It's been immeasurable, the experience. And one thing that comes across, hands down, is his extreme passion for teaching this to anyone who is willing to learn and has an interest in learning. So I highly suggest, if you are interested, even a minimal interest, that you subscribe to the classes with Brother Shaka. It's such a nominal amount for how much you get. I know, like, our last class was over 2.5 hours. It felt like 2 minutes, but because that's how, involved you are in what he's teaching and how he teaches and how compassionate he is about what he teaches. Also with sharing materials free of charge. No question, no doubt. It's just what he does. He doesn't have to, but he does. And so I just wanted to give a short testimonial about the class and the effectiveness of the class. And all of that is attested to how studied Brother Shaka is. So I highly recommend anyone with a minimal interest that you do sign up for the Medu Necha class. Hotep.
Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which is Ma'at Forever. Don't forget to watch the video entitled Kemet and Ma'at. Don't forget to share Kemet and Ma'at on my channel on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, or other social media that you use. Email, text messages, you name it. Those who wish to donate can do so on paypal.me/ma'atforever.